Caicedo saga now is
Caicedo, we don't, you don't bring up.
Are you sure it is Caicedo or those is agents? Those is stupid agents.
It's Caicedo. So look at my team here. If you can see my screen.
Hey, gentlemen, people are not saying we should not be doing live stream.
I want to do 4-5-1. I mean 3-5. I want to play only Haaland in front because there's no point. Play Haaland.
But Baba, are you sure Haaland will not have the wala of second season syndrome now?
There's nothing like second season is when you is even working. Second season syndrome, it always work. Like Mourinho. This one, Haaland this year, the only problem I see with Man City is that as a unit, they are not the same because Gundogan has left, Mahrez has left. So all these cover seats that they just brought, all these cover seats and De Bruyne is injured. He's not 100% fit. That's why they play Haaland and Alvarez. I almost bought Alvarez to play two of them in front.
Wait. If De Bruyne is not playing, that means Foden will play.
Foden is starting today now. He's definitely starting today.
Wait. I have 25 more minutes. I need to go and find the work putting him in now.
Who will you now say? Who is your midfield?
Okay, so I have okay, so from the top I have I'm starting Haaland and this striker from waiting in the corner from Aston Villa.
Watkins?
No. Yes, I'm starting Watkins. So I'm starting Watkins because I think Aston Villa will be strong this season. Because
they will be because of their coach. Their coach.
Yes. That's why I'm saying that. And then they've had enough time to rest and come out strong. So I expect Watkins to do well. So I'm starting with Watkins and Haaland in front. In the midfield, I have Rashford. Why this thing not the agree open now? So in the midfield, I have Rashford. I have Saka. I have Diogo Jota.
Everybody has Saka.
I have I have Foden. So my midfield is Mbemo. I've been waiting the name.
Why is he not injured? Mbemo. I almost bought that guy, but my issue is that he might be injured.
Yes, I know. Let me tell you the 5 people I have in my midfield. Mbemo, Rashford, Saka, Diogo Jota, and Foden.
The only reason why you have Diogo Jota is because of Liverpool nepotism. Because
no. See, I prefer Jota. Jota will start because if you look at the way they played the preseason, it was switching between the 9 and the wing, the way Mane they played before. So it was switching between both, and he practically had the highest goals for Liverpool during the preseason. So for me, yes. So to start this season, I think Liverpool's front 3 would keep switching, but Jota and Salah will be there in the first game. So
it's going to be Gakpo and Nunes that will be switching.
Okay, so again, don't forget that the way Liverpool will play now, they have 4 midfield, and that will be Trent, Szoboszlai, Maka, and then Gakpo. You get in the midfield. McAllister now.
I don't buy players though.
No, we only bought 2. If Caicedo come now, I can become shouting that we will win the league or we'll be second.
How can you win the league? Was Caicedo and McAllister, are they not in Brighton together?
Okay, right now, one of the strongest attacks is Liverpool. Not defense, attack.
Everybody has strong attack. Even Chelsea has strong attack.
Forget Nkunku. Nkunku is
injured. He's
injured. So, and it's out for about 4 months, 3 or 4 months.
Because Nkunku was top scorer last year in German league, and he was injured for a long time. And he's still top scorer.
So what I'm saying is, when he's back, we'll go and buy him.
When he's back, we'll buy him.
So this season now,
we'll buy him in January.
Yes, don't be shocked that a lot of people will use up their wild card before the middle of
January now. Before January now.
Because as it is now, you will need to play 3 or 4 games. Then you realize that you will knock off somebody and bring in Salah. Don't forget that when you're in doubt, always play Salah.
I have Salah for life.
I don't have him because
the reason why I have Salah is because Salah always calls Chelsea. And Salah always.
I think I should just invite the rest of the group here. This conversation is interesting.
Justin, wait. I need you to correct that. Salah against Chelsea is a poor record. You get?
Yeah. So, but Salah in game week 1 is an excellent record.
Yes, he has a very excellent record in week 1. I think the only time that
week 1 is Chelsea.
Single point was waiting in the column 2 seasons ago when he had 9 points. But don't forget that those opposition you cannot yes, Baba, but you cannot compare them.
This Chelsea they are playing. Chelsea is as good as those opposition. Chelsea is like Fulham now.
Go again and check matches between Chelsea and Liverpool. It almost always ends in draw.
That was before Chelsea became trenches. What was Chelsea and Liverpool last season?
Please tell me the difference between Chelsea and Liverpool this season.
Liverpool is in a better shape than Chelsea.
Yes, going into attack, right?
Yes. But so Liverpool will definitely the game can end like 4-4. If a game ends 4-4, I'm happy because I know that Salah will be in the 4.
Will be what?
Will be among the goals. So even if the game ends 4-3 or 3-2, I know that Salah is going to pop. That's my only thing. I know that Chelsea defense now is very weak. So they don't have Koulibaly. They don't have Reece James will probably get injured in this game anyways. So Thiago Silva is now old. He's an experienced person, but you cannot compare it to Salah. If Salah is coming to meet you, you will shake. So Salah was the reason why they sent Cancelo to German League because of Salah. And Pep was like, I'm done with this rubbish. So that's what I'm saying now. Because Cancelo was before those period, Cancelo was one of the best right backs in the world, if not the best. But then he faced Salah and his life never remained the same. So Thiago Silva is, he has experience. He's also old now. So football is a very physical sport, and if you're at your peak, it's a different thing from now. The thing that Ronaldo was doing at 30, he can't be doing it now again. Even Messi to an extent, just that Messi is playing with farmers. But to an extent, he cannot be doing it till now. Again, he can't be doing all those crazy runs. So if you put Liverpool attack of Nunes, Gakpo, and Salah, Luis Diaz versus Chelsea, they will definitely score numerous goals. Numerous.
It depends on how you are seeing it, though. Because I seem to have a bit of different opinion. You hear me?
It's because you're a fan. So you're trying to be modest. You're trying to let me not go over hope and say,
No. Again, I'm trying to talk from the past experience. First off, when it comes, if this was Liverpool versus Arsenal, I would say it will end up being a high-scoring contest because I know for sure that games between Liverpool and Arsenal,
and even Liverpool,
yes, it's always you will see a lot of goals being scored. But when it comes to Chelsea, I don't know with Mauricio Pochettino, but one thing I know for sure is this: Chelsea and Liverpool. I've gone to check a BBC prediction, and Alan Sutton said he's hoping for a 3-2 win for Liverpool. But I feel that it will possibly end up 1-1 or 2-2.
1-1.
That's what I think.
They will win Chelsea. But Chelsea is going to get worse. So.
Make we see now. You don't almost reach. Say don't almost reach.
Yes.
So we'll know now. We'll know. We'll be able to know what happens soon. I just hope that when this happens, we'll all be here. Who do you think will win? What's your top 4 this season?
City, Arsenal, United, and then maybe Liverpool. But I feel Chelsea might be dead because Chelsea are not playing Europe at all.
Yes.
I think Liverpool ahead of Chelsea.
But Chelsea are not playing Europe, and Chelsea have Pochettino. Pochettino came second though and got to Champions League final with Tottenham. This Chelsea team is better than Tottenham team.
Mayo, uncle, what's your top 4?
So it's City, Arsenal, United, Chelsea.
Okay,
sorry, that's a Chelsea.
Stupid.
I just think it's City, Arsenal, United, Liverpool.
But I think Arsenal might not do as great as we're thinking as well because Arsenal are playing in Europe now. And
for me,
and Arsenal are expecting a deep run in Europe. So last season in the Europa League, Arsenal played it like with their second team, and they were just like, what, anything that happens, it happens. It's fine. This season, nobody's expecting Arsenal to play with a second team in Europe. So the same Odegaard, Rice, Havertz
so
are going to play Champions League. Are going to play Champions League and Premier League. So that's why City are an excellent team, because City have a backup for every player. Other teams don't have it. If Fernandes is injured, which since Fernandes started playing ball, he has never been injured, which is weird. But if he ever gets injured, there's no backup option in Manchester United. None. Zero. Like, there's no plan that, if Rashford is injured today, who is going to play?
But you still have your what's his name now? That plays
Garnacho.
From the left wing.
Garnacho.
No, not Garnacho. No, the guy that his first game against Liverpool, he had 3 goals. This is your Martial, Antonio. Martial is there now.
Martial, okay.
Yes, no.
Did Justin just say that?
Martial. Anthony Martial. Martial is one of the most ridiculous players. Because I remember where I was when Man United played against Liverpool that game. I was at one place called SS7 Lounge. It's owned by it was NFF vice chairman, so I'm Pinnick then, Lagos State FA chairman. I've forgotten his name. Isha has that sports lounge. And I was like, oh my God, we bought the next one. Only for this Martial to come and kill me and stress me. Because I remember that game, it was Martial and Skettel or so. And I was like, mad though.
I have a bit of deviation from what you guys think will be the top 4. I think the top will still be City, but I expect them to be closely followed by a United. And I'll tell you why. If you watch United's running for last season and taking out this calamity defender, I think there is a lot more stability, barring injuries, in United. So, with that coach getting more grounded now, Ten Hag, I expect a lot more from the team. And I think they are buying into his ideology now. So I say United second. I say Liverpool third. I say Chelsea fourth. And I somehow think Arsenal will struggle. Because, Justin, you said it clearly. First off, Champions League experience, Europe experience will kill Arsenal this new season, because you have to juggle fixtures, and don't forget that they still have the chances of dropping into Europa, and if they drop fast into Europa, they are doomed. Forget it. No matter what you
drop into Europa, Arsenal have an excellent team, and that's what we need to understand.
No.
Arsenal's team have a way of playing.
I think you should correct it to say excellent first team.
Yes, excellent first team, actually, yes.
Because that's it. Excellent.
But they now have they are having some depth here and there. They are having some depth here and there. They are trying.
Sorry, I'm trying to go somewhere, so I'm trying to check if I'm on the right way.
Where are you going to let me direct you, sir?
I think somebody just joined us.
Yeah, that's Dio that just joined. So
welcome, Dio.
Share the one that has used mouth to win all our money this season.
No, it's Babajide that used mouth to win all our money.
Okay.
Anyways, what do you guys think of Richarlison?
Hi, good evening, guys.
Richarlison with Kane's exit.
Bro, Richarlison will always be Richarlison. I think Richarlison is another. Justin, remind me of that guy in your club
Nani?
That time. This Brazilian that was midfielder.
Nani?
No, Brazilian. The one that used to plait his hair. Anderson. I think Richarlison will turn out to be another Anderson in the Premier League. I'm sorry. I have a biased mind against Richarlison. Maybe because he once played for Everton. But I don't see him jamming. There can be no other Kane for Tottenham. I think Son will do well with a tweak in the formation. I think Son will do well. I think this Skip. I think Skip will do well. I think Tottenham still need a proper striker. And Richarlison can always be a backup. I don't see Richarlison leading Tottenham into any glory this season.
Interesting perspective. Well, The only thing I see is that with Kane's exit, he will get more playing time, and
Yes, absolutely.
everything that Kane is going to leave on the table will be enough for everybody to scamper around and try to figure out who can, you know, live up to, well, attempt to live up to that legacy. Tunde has joined the bandwagon.
Tunde is the one that used to think he knows football, Abi.
Tunde,
Tunde
welcome.
Mamadou. Tunde Mamadou.
Tunde, where are you watching the match? Because we can hear some pre-game.
Hello?
Yeah, Tunde.
Presido, evening,
Good
Chief
evening.
Mayor, the one and only mayor of SBC back then.
Back then.
Wọlé
Babajide
láti
also just
fine body
joined,
dín mọ́ ẹ̀
so we are increasing the
kó
number
tó mọ́
on
bẹ́ẹ̀.
this call.
Okay,
We just
so mo
decided
ti wọ
to.
street yẹn.
Sean, we know the
Where do I
streets too.
stop? No. Okay, come on.
So we just felt we should catch up before the season starts so that everybody that is making out in the group, we can hear them live and direct. Some people have just joined and they are just listening to us. However, for the guys that have just joined, Dayo, who do you think will be the top four this season? Top four this season, anybody? Tunde, your
Top
thought?
for this season, I am looking at Babajide,
No, not
Mayor,
no. Let's look at the
top
EPL.
four in the league.
Yeah, EPL
Okay,
top four.
EPL. EPL. See, I'm going to tell you this from my own understanding. Manchester City is winning the league again, most likely. Uh, I'm looking at Man U showing a surprise in second place. Arsenal in third place, and Liverpool fighting Arsenal to the last minute for first place.
Interesting. Does anybody else want to share their thoughts? We will share ours
I,
after
I,
too.
I think Tunde and I, our first top two are practically same.
Yeah, I agree. In an interesting twist of things, I think Mayu is going to win this season.
See, sorry, Baba, mi ò fẹ́ bẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ni. My mind is. It sounds stupid. It sounds stupid, but I think Ten Hag. See, let me tell you what I'm thinking in my head. If Liverpool buys 3 more players, a Casado, another defensive deep line defensive midfielder, but who is a playmaker, then they get a left wing defender, central defender, they will do well. I see United doing very well. You know, you are seeing them as underdogs. You'll be shocked. You'll be absolutely shocked this season. Guys, I need to run now. I will join once I'm done where I am.
Okay, no problem, Sean. Thank you so much for your time. I don't know why the other people that have joined us are refusing to speak. It's just for the love of FPL. This is our
Sorry,
FPL rodeo
Mayor.
season. Go ahead, Tunde.
Question for the day: who do you think is going to win our FPL league this season?
FPL
Then
league
our
this
heads
season
were
is going to be
winning.
interesting because all of you have come here with lofty ideas, high aspirations, but unfortunately, it's my season. I just don't want to jinx it, so I'm keeping quiet. Okay.
Don't mind me. I'm going to laugh out loud.
I remember the start. So for those that joined us this season and those that are returning from last season, before we started last season, I could remember Sunday telling me that he doesn't think I will win any manager of the month, and I said to him very clearly he should watch out. And in that same month, I won the manager of the month. Putting the naysayers to shame. I don't want to do it again this season. I want to give an opportunity to maybe Babajide or Grant or In fact, like I said a few weeks ago, I think a newcomer is going to win the season, and I think one of our underdog managers from previous seasons will probably come in the top three.
But it cannot be a fee.
No, Ife should actually come back, and Ife should actually come back and do what she normally does. For those that do not know Ife at some point used to rake in manager of the month back to back. She's a very interesting manager to watch. But then again, we have some top talents. Top talent. Babajide is here. He's listening. He's frantically itching to speak.
Tunde, I think you need to mute.
Yeah, Tunde should mute. He's in a noisy environment. Babajide is itching to speak. He's only just chatting. But interesting times. Let's see how this season turns out. For me, one of the things I have struggled with this season is even coming up with my first 11. I think this is the first time in a very long time. It's been difficult, fantastic players and too many people with potentials that you're not even sure. And with some transfers still happening as we speak, who knows what will happen. Justin is reminding us we have a few minutes just to change our captains in case anybody is still trying to ensure that their final pick is in. Do not forget this FPL season is going to be hot. So any final changes? I'm sure if you don't do it in the next minute, as usual, the FPL platform is going to just freeze on you, and then you are stuck till a few minutes after deadline becomes over. For those of us that picked our team from the end of last season, I don't know. And suddenly everyone is quiet. I'm the only one speaking, but I do not have a script.
I was asked to mute my mic. For
So
this
just
week, I
unmute
think
when
it's
you want
already
to
over
speak.
because as far as I know, for FPL, with 3 minutes, 2 minutes to deadline, everything shuts down. So I guess whoever is running their team for this week probably has to wait till next game week.
Please, is there any 4.0 keeper that is going to keep, that is going to at least have shirts?
Yes.
I need a 4 million goalkeeper.
Yes.
Who, please?
For Luton Town, if you have for Luton Town, I think you have for Brentford a 4-point goalkeeper.
What's their name?
For Fulham.
Luton Town has like two.
You say what's their name?
Because I'm about to change now. I just realized that my bench keeper, Foster is not even playing for Spurs anymore. I'm confused.
It is well with you. And I can't minimize. Okay, sorry.
Do not forget, his point is keeper that will play, not just keeper that we need to have.
Oh, keeper that we play. I think Brentford.
Keeper that would play 4 million. Who keeps for West Ham?
Ariola. Okay. Is it their first choice though?
I'm not sure. That's the problem.
There is a Turner in Nottingham. Turner is that another Arsenal guy? Is it their first
Turner
keeper
is
now?
Arsenal, but it's not their. Would it be their?
Is in Nottingham Forest. They didn't keep Keylor Navas, so maybe it's the one. But who are they playing? That's the problem. I have 1 minute. Jesus Christ. They are playing Arsenal first, no?
But Justin, I'm surprised that you're really trying to do this.
No, you still have to tweak now.
So
you have to tweak until you can tweak no more.
So you basically came here, picked our brains, and then put your team together.
I mean, I have Haaland and Alvarez, so let's see how it goes. If Haaland don't score, Alvarez go score.
One of them should score. That's the most important.
If Haaland does not score, 87% of us, we can't even cry because everybody has Haaland. And if he scores, there's no difference. It's like a template. There are some template players in FPL this season. So virtually everybody would have Haaland, João Pedro, Saka, Rashford, Estupinian. Those ones are like the templates. Then you can now say,
they now build the rest.
I want Eze. No, I don't want Eze. I want Gabriel. I don't want Gabriel. I want Mitoma. So, but they are the ones that are tested and trusted. Even Fernandes to an extent. You say, okay, I must have them. But in terms of top four, I mean, I think I see what everybody's saying about United, but I'm a United fan, so I would still put United to come third after Arsenal. Arsenal should have
Okay.
No, but you know my problem with Arsenal this season? I'm not sure. Where is the striker? That's really my question.
Big
It's
question.
Havertz, Kai Havertz.
Who?
Kai Havertz.
I'm sorry.
Kai Havertz doesn't know how to score from day one.
Again?
No, but that's not the point. The point is that Arsenal's top scorer last season, has always been Martinelli and Saka and Odegaard. So, Arsenal's number 9 is not the one that is giving you 500 goals.
Arsenal number 9 last season was out for almost half of the season. We could understand that.
And that's why Martinelli, and even when if you notice,
Nketiah delivered now.
Beginning of this, Nketiah scored how many goals?
Nketiah scored over 10 goals in the short time he was playing.
Havertz is going to score more than 10 goals.
Which Havertz? That one that doesn't know
how
to kick the ball.
So you know my concern, right?
Kai Havertz to score over 10 goals. What's 10 goals? Arsenal's team plays football. Chelsea does not. So you would always have chances.
Okay, so
if you bring Haaland to Chelsea, he won't score 20 goals.
I disagree.
Because he won't have the chances.
I disagree.
Okay.
I disagree.
Okay.
I agree.
I agree with you for Haaland, but my point is still, I've seen Havertz play. Kai Havertz is not clinical halfway through. Justin.
So you know,
FPL.
I hope you guys will not say this outside
good luck
this
for the season.
Conversation.
Okay.
That you put a Haaland in Chelsea and he doesn't do 20 goals.
No,
Haaland will do 20 goals. He doesn't.
Haaland won't do 20 goals from last season's Chelsea. I'm very sure of that.
Yes, last season's Chelsea won't, because how many chances?
He won't do 20 goals. They don't create chances.
De Bruyne created more chances than Chelsea as a club.
Yes, as a club. In the FPL, in the EPL.
It's still FPL, don't worry. It's still FPL. There's still PL.
Okay. Justin, so I want to understand this. Your team, you have Maitoma, right? You have Salah, you have Haaland.
Yes.
Ow. Did you borrow money from Lapu?
Let me call out my team. I think I showed my team.
Yeah, you shared your screen earlier.
Back up. My team.
I'd like to know how you are going to. So if there's somewhere we are borrowing money from, let me know.
My team. So this is my team. I have Pickford, Baldock, Estupinian, Shaw. I don't care about. Wait, we're playing Tottenham first. Oh no, this is game week 2. It already updates. Game week 2 is game week 2.
Like, no,
I say, wait. No, I go captain Rashford. I captain for they play Tottenham. Wow. So then I have Mitoma, Salah, Saka, Fernandes, and Rashford. Then I have João Pedro and Haaland. The only reason why I have João Pedro is because Roberto De Zerbi plays an excellent style of football. A striker would always have chances. Mitoma is not selfish. Solimatch is not selfish. So they would always give you chances. And this guy now, João Pedro just came from wherever, and he's now their penalty taker. In preseason, he took like 2 penalties. They got him from Watford, I think. So, yeah.
I'm just looking at your team, and I'm like, wow.
I'm going to look my team on.
Not bad, bro. Not bad.
Don't look at my team. See, it's updating.
I think there's something I've learned from last season. You can have a wonderful team structure, and that particular game week, your whole team setup will just flop in their games.
100% now.
100%. So by listing, we will sometimes think that we are going to have a wonderful season, and we end up not having a great season. So bro, I just hope it doesn't happen.
I'm having the best season. I don't know what you're on about. I'm winning.
No. I'm looking at the arithmetic. They might even be delivering well for the first 1 week or 2 or 3 weeks. Then at a point, they might start with this habit of drop form. One is knocked out through injury or the other. Like me, if there was an option to have Tony right now, if Tony was playing, I already told myself last season that Tony will be on my team this season. There's nothing else to tell me.
Strikers in FPL this season. Like, we don't have strikers in the league anymore. And it's also because, so if you used to play FPL before, like 3 years ago,
Yes,
Salah.
Rashford was it. Yes.
No. Them Salah.
Mane,
They were
Salah,
forwards. They were forwards.
Rashford. They were all forwards now. Yes,
now
now.
anybody that is only a pure 9 is in forward.
Pure 9 is only listed as forward. Yeah, I understand you.
Yeah.
So me, I'm having a wonderful team set up. By my understanding, I'm having a wonderful team set up. I have Ishak, I have Haaland, I have Salah, I have Maitoma, I have Odegaard, I have Estophinia, I have Trippier, I have what's it called?
So my problem is Newcastle. I don't think Newcastle will have a good season like that as well. Like they bought some key players that the coach needs. It's the kind of the way Eddie Howe is operating the same way Ten Hag is doing at United. He's buying players that he needs. So Ten Hag is saying, "Oh, I want to have the best transition team in Premier League," and then he's buying players like Mason Mount. So in as much as Mason Mount does not have the technical skill like an Eriksen, but Mason Mount has the legs that Eriksen doesn't have, and Mason Mount can press, and he can make United that transition team. So if you watch Chelsea and you look at their team, Mason Mount is arguably one of their best players, even their best player, minus all the times that he does rubbish. It's still, if you want to pick out one person and say, okay, maybe this person can play for my club, it was always going to be Mason Mount. I mean, or Thiago Silva, but nobody's going for Silva.
Fine.
So Eddie Howe in Newcastle is buying players that he needs. He's not really going to say, okay, Neymar is in the market, let's go and buy Neymar. Even though they have the money to buy Neymar. But they are buying players from Leicester. They are buying Harvey Barnes. They are buying all these boys that they probably will play and they will make the team better and they will give them squad depth. Because any team going to Europe, you need that squad depth. You are in Champions League now. You can't hustle to go to Champions League and go out in group stage. Or be embarrassed when you go and play Barcelona and you go and lose 7-1. You get, so they have to also look at their priorities. And I think they had an excellent team, but this year, I don't think all those Trippier, Almiron, I don't think they'll deliver as much. But let more they watch. That's why I don't have them yet. If I'm wrong, good. I'll buy them in third week after they've played Man City.
Okay. So, what's the plan for the game, gentlemen? Game week 1. Justin, how many points are you targeting?
Game week 1, I'm targeting at least 80 points. And it would probably increase or decrease after Haaland today. If Haaland scores 2 goals upwards, because for Haaland to score 2 goals, that is already 10 points now, Abby. Plus, hopefully, 3 bonus points, 13 points. So if Haaland does that, we move. If Haaland does not deliver, we still move because it's all of us. Unless there are people that did not captain Haaland there and they went with Saka or Rashford, then all the best to them.
So how many points, Dio? What do you guys think of your beautiful teams?
I'm hopeful of 95 points to about 100 points.
Why am I the only person?
I am looking at Haaland scoring an hat-trick.
Sir?
Seriously, that's what I'm looking at. Haaland scoring an hat-trick. And
he's saying 95 to 100 points.
Justin, you said you're looking at winning this.
I don't know why my target is 77 for some reason.
My own is 80 points. Today said 100.
But you said you want to win the league.
Tunde, how many game weeks
last season? How many times did you get over 100 points?
Justin, hold on. Justin, hang on, please. Tunde, how many game weeks do you think you will score 100 points, even with double game weeks?
He may be using triple captain.
No. I'm not using triple captain. Like, I think for last season, the worst part I had for last season was lack of consistency. Sometimes I'll forget deadlines. Like, sometimes I would even transfer. Like,
You are
I'll
saying
transfer.
what is applicable to all the managers in FPL, even the person that came first.
Yes.
It's
See, I
applicable
think
to all of us, but you are really targeting 100 points this first game week.
Why are you thinking it's not possible? Last season, I remember the first game week. I played Gabriel Jesus captain when everyone that person was captain Haaland. And Gabriel Jesus was a talker for everybody that day. First game week, Gabriel Jesus gave me massive points. I had Haaland on my team.
Who is your captain today now?
Haaland is my captain. And I'm looking at Haaland scoring an hat-trick today.
Did anybody else not captain Haaland? Did all of us here captain Haaland?
We did.
All of us here, do we have Haaland, first of all?
Almost everybody has Haaland. But I think for this season, the worst part of this season was their price review. It's too crazy. The price review for this season is mad.
You know, when you create a new team in FPL right now, Haaland is already selected. Then when you try to remove him,
so I watched. If you go on FPL app, on the Premier League app, there's a set of content they usually release. So there are footballers that were asking. I don't know if you people have watched it, where they were like, "Oh, why should we choose you on FPL?" So Son will come and say, "Oh, I guarantee goals." Salah will say, "I don't understand. Obviously, I'm going to score lots of goals." Rhys James will say, "I'll give assists and I'll try and score goals. I'll keep clean sheets." Ramsdale will say, "My defenders are excellent." The last person was Haaland. Haaland just shrugged. He said, "You know why?" Because I don't understand why you don't have me in your team. You obviously know why.
Not possible now. You know
why. You've seen it, tested and trusted.
Tested and trusted. But you know what I'm looking at for second game week. I'm really looking forward to seeing Man City play today. I would like to know his rotations. Since they are not having Mahrez, I would like to know if Foden comes into the fold, then I have to put Foden on my team. Jack Grealish is a drunkard. He's almost like the Oche of Man City.
Wow.
Oche and Justin of Man City. So every Friday night is going to be party. So I can't bank on Jack Grealish. Oche is my guy.
He had a good season. I don't think Grealish is an FPL asset, but he's a very good player for them. Because he's a
differential. He's a very good player for them. So he doesn't give points on FPL. But Foden used to give points.
It's like Declan Rice. They won't do FPL numbers.
FPL points for you, yeah.
But they will help the team and take him to the next level.
That's why I was looking at this guy Foden. Foden before the World Cup was massive for me.
FPL player.
Foden is a top FPL player.
Like Bruno Fernandes.
Yes, Bruno. Yes. He's very good with assists, creating chances, and being very impressive in the game. So if he's impressive in the game, if he creates fouls and they win penalties and they end up winning the game, he's going to be getting bonus point of like a point or 2 point extra bonus. If he created an assist during that game, he's going to get extra points again for assists. And I know he's always having a wonderful game. As silent as he can be at times, he's always having a wonderful game. The problem with De Bruyne right now is De Bruyne is expensive and De Bruyne is not.
He's injured. He's not fit. He's not 100% fit. That's why
I'm not even looking at just this game week. No, I'm not looking at just this game week. I'm looking at other game weeks as well. Like if you have a De Bruyne in your team and this man, as we know him, like he likes experiments, then we are literally going to lose by chance.
No, but the thing is, Haaland as well. So Pep rotates virtually every other person. He can have a time where he doesn't rotate Rodri as well, because Rodri is very important to them. Pep can have a time when on the right wing this season is Mahrez. Next season, Mahrez will be on the bench. Like Mahrez can do 30 goal assists combined. The next season, Mahrez is on the bench. He'll play only Champions League. Then Bernardo Silva will come in. But now, what Pep, I think, is going to do, the key players, Rodri, KDB, and then Haaland, those ones must play. So, and you can't say De Bruyne is expensive because when he's playing, he delivers. So I'd rather have a De Bruyne or a Salah at 12 million than for me to go and buy somebody at 7.5 that I'm angry. that did not do anything. Because I'm sure that De Bruyne will assist or score. But all those 7.5 million, 8 million players that they can touch, you will just be angry. Because every week you're like, is this guy Maddison going to score free kick today for Tottenham? Or he's not going to score?
Ask you a question. Is it you I asked or Mayo? Is there a Lapo you are collecting this money from? Because if you're having a Salah, a Haaland, a De Bruyne, a Bruno Fernandes or a Sopinia on your team,
you have to make concession. You cannot have Salah, De Bruyne, and Haaland. That alone, well, you can have the rest. You can put
now, and then chip out everywhere else.
Exactly.
You can't
But you can't
everywhere
do that and say you want to go and buy Trent.
See, you will still want differentials, which you probably still want players of 6.5, 7.5.
Last thing at the point, people were having Harry Kane, Salah, De Bruyne, and Haaland. And Trent. They'll just go and put like Enciso 4.5. All these guys. Now, Enciso is 5.5. I like Enciso, but I also don't think he will play as much get as much.
As your team request.
Yes, now that's everybody's one. Why?
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Just joining the conversation, and welcome to another beautiful FPL season.
Larry.
Hey.
Larry, welcome.
I'm feeling all your analysis, so nice one. Thank you for the insight on KDB. I want to agree with you. KDB is one player that, when fit, you can almost bet that he would always make the squad list. However, I have tried to check if he's someone that can be banked on this season, but I've not seen any pointer to that. So for me personally, I don't have KDB in my team. In fact, I played it so safe that I only had Haaland in my setup. So for Man City this season, I am being very careful, of course. We understand the way Pep deals with everybody when it comes to rotation. And I didn't really follow much of Man City's preseason games, but the few I watched, and of course the Community Shield clash with Arsenal, some of these assets failed to impress me. And of course, it's still early season, and we know that Man City would not come to the party until mid-season. So I will just try to play safe with Man City assets going into the season. Then we'll see how it flows from there onward.
Larry, who's your top 4 this season?
Top 4 for EPL?
Yes, please.
I'm going to bias by saying that I want Arsenal to win the league.
This is not a matter of I want. Who is your top 4?
Okay, my top 4: Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea. Interestingly, I feel Chelsea will make top 4, somewhere between 3rd and 4th, and Manchester United. I think those are my top 4 picks for this season.
Larry.
Yep.
Sorry, as Chelsea finally signed Casiedo, I would have agreed with this your opinion, because if Chelsea does not have a Casiedo in that their midfield, I've seen them play once or twice. They lose the ball too easily in midfield, the middle of the park, and their backline is always too open. That was one of their major problems last season. Their backline was constantly too open, and they were not clinical. This season, they score and they consist consistently during the friendlies. So if they continue at that pace, which I saw, they would lose too many matches in the league, or they might even lose points. It's not even just about losing matches. I would see them probably losing or drawing against Liverpool.
I agree with you. I think you have a fair point. But
I thought you were going to just say that they were going to get relegated. When you said that, even
I don't think Chelsea. I think Chelsea would actually pull a surprise this season. I know
Chelsea can never make top 4. Never.
Who?
Justin, you're taking this personal. Calm down.
Chelsea can never make top 4. Well, I think they'll be the wild card in top 4 for me personally this season. I feel, of course, Pochettino has a lot to do on that team. They brought in a lot of talent, and Premier League is very harsh. It will not give you room for you to get your rhythm before, of course, and the teams are very tough. Season upon season, we see how big teams fall by the wayside when they play with lower position. But somehow I feel like because they are out of Europe this season, and they will have enough time to actually get their bands together and find a way around it. I just feel that somehow, just like it happened to Arsenal 2 seasons ago when we were out of Europe, of course, we're trying to bring the squad together. And that was the season-defining moment for us. We missed top 4 by a whisker. And I feel that they are also going to be having something similar in this season. That's why I actually tipped them for the top 4. Chelsea has a 4.5 million starting CB. That would be Cole Will.
Yes.
Yes, I actually wanted to put in my draft, but I was careful because, of course, he played majority of their preseason games, but I was being careful. I wasn't sure of what starting lineup because Pochettino iterated a lot with his lineup, so I didn't want to start having early season headache with who will start, who will not start. So I just left him out. I mean, as it stands now, I'm hearing rumors that Gabriel is out injured. That's Gabriel.
Which Gabriel? Arsenal's one.
Yeah, Arsenal's one. I'm hearing that.
You better come back in.
I just saw that news now. Like how, I mean, he's one of the most picked assets from Arsenal, and of course because of his attacking prowess, and of course Arsenal is playing Nottingham Forest, and you expect a clean sheet from that, and it's going to be like a big blow to most managers. I decided not to go with Gabriel in my own team. I picked Saliba instead because I wanted to go against Nom. I feel that Saliba also poses enough threat as much as Gabriel can give in the attacking front, and because when it comes to clean sheets, anyone across the defense line will get the same points. And Saliba last season was also great for me, equal amount of bonus points as much as Gabriel. So I went to Saliba. So I'm a little bit shielded from this Gabriel.
Yeah,
I still feel sad and bad for people who have him in their squad and they'll get it by this news. I'm hoping that it's false. But then if it's true, it's not the worst thing that happened to us in FPL. It's not the worst news.
Yeah, he's injured. So he's out. Gabriel is out. So I don't have Gabriel. I have Odegaard. I just set up my team this evening, so I noticed he's out. Wow. So I'm not having Gabriel. I'm having Odegaard. I'm having White. So I think White was a huge contributing factor for Arsenal's progress last season, and he made a lot of differentials on the FPL setup. So for me, I think Odegaard will also look at probably pushing up front better since he's having a Declan Rice play for him this season. A Jorginho, he has more space to be creative and deliver value. So I picked Odegaard from Arsenal, and I picked White only from Arsenal. I have Salah, I have Haaland, I have Mitoma, I have Esopinia, Trippier. Sometimes I think when I'm calling the names out like this, it almost sound like I cheated FPL yourself with my 100 million. How are you?
Okay. Justin, what's your team selection like?
It's the same team that everybody has, man.
I was expecting Justin to say something like that.
It's the same thing everybody has.
Template.
Yes, man. Let me call out my team. So okay. I'd shown my team actually because I can't see my team anymore. Yeah. The team don't lock. But I have Pickford, Estupinian. Who else do I have? Shaw, Rashford, Fernandes, Mitoma, Saka, Salah, Haaland, and João Pedro. And there's one defender, I can't remember. I think it's Baldock from Sheffield. Yeah. Those are my 11. But my most important players are my 5 midfielders. The 5 of them can pop. That's the good thing. There's Saka, penalty taker. Rashford and Fernandes. Salah, penalty taker. And then Mitoma. I just need Mitoma to do like 1 goal, 1 assist. Let me be okay this weekend. I don't even know what they are playing. But I know that Richarlison is also a good option. I should have gotten Richarlison, but I didn't have enough money. Especially now that Harry Kane is no more there.
Exactly.
Is like bang on to be their starting.
Now you're thinking about it. I remember a few minutes ago.
Yeah, in retrospect. Anyways, I think Richarlison is one player who is very cheap. I mean, it's about 7.
It's 7 million. It's not
7 million.
I don't like 7 million is cheap.
It's cheap because it's classified as a midfielder. It's classified as a midfielder, not even as a striker. So it's a midfielder in FPL.
7 million FPL midfielder is not cheap, oh.
No,
but it's cheaper than Madison, Sha.
In this contest as a striker, I mean, it's cheap. You have Rashford for 9 million.
But Larry, all this thing, there's historical data with it.
Exactly.
Oche, you need to mute your mic. There's historical data in all these things because if you look at the fact that last season Richarlison had 0 Premier League goals, 0. You cannot compare it to Rashford,
of course,
or Maddison, all these people, because everybody that is ranked above him deserves to be. But now it's going to be starting centre forward, so that's the only thing.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's fairly priced anyways. I mean, Richarlison used to be 7.5 each, and down to 7.0 pretty much reflects his performance last season. And Tottenham, I struggle to see how Tottenham is going to play this season. I've not really followed their games, their opposing games, but the Barcelona loss. And I don't understand what approach this new coach is going to take. So I just stayed clear of all Tottenham assets. Maddison was one that actually caught my eye because, of course, Maddison being who is someone that we've all known, a quality FPL asset. So I think it's someone that is going to stand out as well in that Tottenham squad. For me, in my lineup, I think I went with the usual suspect. Let me see if I can just share my screen. So I went with the usual suspect.
I don't think you can show your FPL team now.
Okay, so I've not refreshed my page actually.
Okay.
So it's still on. So I don't know if you can all see it.
Yes, Radiant FC with your jersey.
With my jersey.
Purple jersey.
Yeah. Okay, so I decided to stay with Steele. I mean, Steele is the Steele when it comes to goalkeeper. I mean, we saw all that happened towards the back end of last season. The number of points that he gathered, clean sheets, even with assists, saves, all lumped up together. So I just stayed with him. The second goalkeeper I think I picked was Spawner. 4.0 is a steal for a starting goalkeeper. You know, of course, Nottingham Forest, we know they are going to be one of the whipping boys this season. But I don't care. I have enough money to spread around 4.0. Just keep being on the bench. Then for defense, I played this team, like I mentioned earlier, pick Saliba, pick Shaw. Shaw, typically, you're expecting to have all those marauding run down the flanks, assists here and there. And I'm playing Wolves and Old Trafford first game. I played them because a repeat of last season, when Man U lost to Brighton at home, surprisingly, I just hope that this is going to be a straight win for Man U and clean sheets to come in. Then Pinnock, I spent a lot in my midfield, so I had to make do with what's available. 4.5 defender for Pinnock, playing Tottenham, and of course the FPL for their subsequent games are pretty much nice and very catchy. 2 down to 3, that's the average FDL for their subsequent games. So I just kept him there, not just for this game week, but for subsequent ones. Other defenders that made my list, Oge, decent FDL as well. Sean Dyke, we know how defensive-minded they like to set up his team. And I want to believe that this season, Everton would want to be very focused when it comes to their gameplay. He's had half season to work with the same squad and a full preseason with the same squad. So I want to believe he's not going to be there to make up the numbers in this squad. So I just played the same with Ogate. Then lastly, I picked this guy from Burnley. Looking at the stats, I saw that it was one of the third best defender when it comes to expected goals and also minutes for Burnley in the championship last season. So it was a no-brainer for me to actually pick him. And of course, Burnley with company, they have so much to offer this season. So just take it that way. The midfield usual suspect, I just decided not to bother. I mean, when I saw the stats about the number of goals and assists that Diogo Jota has contributed in preseason, it was just fine for me to actually go with him. I feel like he's going to be the recognized centre forward. Of course, there's Darwin that'll be breathing down his neck. But I think because of the experience, the quality he brings to the Liverpool side, is someone that would have that number 9 spot well nailed down. And of course, we know Jota is someone that is known for goals from all angles. So with Salah, of course, partnering him on the wings. Then Saka, the only star boy of Arsenal. Who else if not Saka? Then I have Rashford. Back in the last season was fantastic. I will expect a repeat of the same this season. Then Eze is someone that stood out in the Crystal Palace squad during preseason as well. He started the form towards the end of last season and took it into preseason. And I want to keep my fingers crossed that he's going to repeat the same thing, at least for the first 5 game weeks that I picked him for. If not, I'm going to ship him out. Then, of course, Haaland and João Pedro, just like everybody else. So that's my squad review.
Excellent.
Were you
Does any other
reading
person
a
want to show us
script?
their team?
No. I was just saying everything off though. I was saying it script too. Justin, you were saying.
Can I
No, I'm
leave?
saying excellent team review. To be honest, does anybody else want to show us their team if they have their teams available? Mayor, show us your team. You've been holding your squad since.
No. No. So let's see. So I don't have it opened. But let's see if I can still get it back. Or just no. So it's still updating. However, my team is not so far off from yours. Who do I have that you do not have? I can't even remember my team now. But I have Shaw. The regulars. I've also
Do you have Mitoma?
Come on now. So I was about to say that. So I have the regulars: Haaland, Yao Pedro, Mitoma, Rashford, Bruno, Saka.
No, because Larry did not have
Martinelli.
Mitoma. I don't think Larry had Mitoma.
No, Larry didn't.
I don't. I think
So
I lost confidence in Mitoma because of what happened towards the end of last season. He got burnt. So I want to give him time to actually get back into rhythm before bringing back into my squad. Of course, they are playing Luton, the newest boys in town, and it's going to be almost an easy ride for them against them this weekend. So I expect him to shine. I expect them to probably keep a clean sheet, and Yao Pedro to actually pop 1 or 2 goals. Keep fingers crossed.
Harry, how many points are you expecting? Someone is expecting 105 points here.
Wow, that's very ambitious. I mean, get 105 points. There's no better way to start the season. I think last season I got almost 100 points. That was when I think I capped Salah and Salah came to the party. So this season, I think anything between 75 and 85 is fine by me to start off.
Who's your captain? Haaland?
Haaland, yes.
Okay. Who's your
vice captain? Saka.
But who do you think will have the most points this game week?
I want to believe Saka will do. Okay. But
why did you captain him?
So yes, what they called FOMO, fear of missing out. So Haaland had a shitty preseason. He has a lot of points to prove. First game against a former player who is now a coach of Burnley, and of course his away from last season was very decent, and he likes to bully newbies. I mean, we saw that with Nottingham Forest last season where he got his first hat-trick. So I'm leaning on to that hope that he's going to come to the party and deliver big. That's the open. And of course, if that happens, I mean, last season I doubted him against newbies and I suffered for it. It's one of the reasons why I didn't finish as much as I expected last season. I missed out on the first hat-trick. I didn't cap him. I missed out on the next also. I didn't cap him. So this time around, I want to play very safe. And most people have their captain band on Haaland. So I have nothing much to lose.
Okay, so Justin, you were asking, right? So Arsenal's first 3 games should be easy wins for Arsenal. Well, technically not easy wins. But
yeah, on paper.
On paper, yes.
I agree.
Paper. So for that,
they have some of the best FDRs like Arsenal, Brighton, even United. That's why most people's teams are like filled with players from those clubs.
So as you would expect, I have 3 Arsenal players, 3 United players. But so Martinelli, Saka,
and 3 Brighton players like this because I'm sure you have Estupinian, Mitoma, and João Pedro.
Exactly. So 3 Arsenal, 3 Brighton, 3 United, 1 City. That's my starting 11, or rather starting 10. Pickford is sitting pretty in the post, in the goal post. So I have money to spare, by the way. So for people that say that they don't know where we are getting the money from, I still have money in the bank. I would even get more. I'm sure by second game week I would swap out. I'm not sure. I'm still thinking about it. But
Mayor, I am very sure you collected loan from CBN. There is no way you this team set up. You're telling me you still have money to spare. Blood money, ritualist.
I have 2.5 million to spare.
2.1? How can you have 2.5 million though?
Thank you, Justin. Asking you.
You know, you could have just added money to your defender and bought Trent.
Yes,
if you have 2.5 million. We could have bought Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Okay, it's possibly 72.9 million for my plus or minus for next weekend in case he needs to do any transfer and he might need to invest.
How will you have 2.5 million in the bank? How?
That's what I still don't understand. See, let me ask this question because I don't understand how he's doing it. There's something he's doing that we are not aware of.
So I don't know how come I still have 2.5, but I have money in the bank. We're only wishing that we could take it from FPL into our real bank account, but I still have some money in the bank, and I'm hoping for an interesting game week. I'm not so
£2 million. 2 million, 2.5 million pounds. That means you're probably a billionaire in Nigeria right now.
So I'm not so convinced about my team because it seems and feels very, very standard, right? So the extra fund is supposed to help me realign my team after I see what happens this game week. After I see what happens this game week.
It seems like for next week, I'll screenshot everybody's team setup for this week, and I'll see what values that comes in. So next week, I'm going to be investing based on people's investments. So I'll be looking at the model that every other person used.
Baba, play a game. Eh? Play a game. but for what is what, I think it's actually a nice strategy to have money in the bank to be able to react to any market dynamics. I think it's fair, but I just wasn't expecting 2.5 million. I mean, 2.5 million, I could easily have gotten this kind of player.
I don't have bench, don't worry.
So why didn't you invest in your bench? I mean, what if a player gets injured?
No, so right now I don't have a bench, right? And
okay.
We would gradually scale the team. I went a bit all out last season.
Okay. But you started very well.
I started extremely well.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't want to be too ambitious this season.
Why? You want to catch us by surprise?
Slow down for me now. So I didn't really follow all of the preseason games like I should have, and I didn't want to rely purely on stats because sometimes the stats may not really do justice to the potential you might see on the field. So, and then you still have one or two players that might move. I just wasn't too sure what will happen.
Okay.
And that's why I just felt, unlike this last season where it was us, you get, and I just decided to, hit the ground running straight out of the blocks. This season, there are unknown managers lurking quietly, and quite a few of them have brought in very, very high and lofty credentials along with them, albeit University of Toronto for some, but I would love to see what the season will hold, and I want to approach the season a bit more strategic. So last season I started out, my bench was not so fantastic, but I just went all out on my starting 11. This season I've just played safe with those three teams, and hoping that they would deliver, and in the course of the growing game weeks we'll begin to understand the styles of the different managers better, how they are going to approach the season, and even see players that will come with renewed energy. And hopefully that will be it will be easy for me to just coast, and just be manager of the month 1 month, the next season comes second, the season after, the week after, second, another week first, another second, just stay there with the big boys. Not the one I did last season that I was dragging second, then overnight I came 5th or 6th. I have no clue how you guys did it or who you paid. So without the intention to pay anybody, and without the knowledge to hack FPL servers, I just want to be a bit more strategic this season. We're hoping that come mid-season, right, when we know our winter champions, we would have found an AI that knows how to play FPL and see what happens from there. So that's my strategy this season. I don't intend to play at all in the lower half of the league. As big boys that we are in this group that we have been playing for so long, and we always finish somewhere above the mid-table. We're hoping that this season we'll do same. We'll shock everybody as usual. Damn all the naysayers, and hopefully we'll be able to use some people's money to chop us soon. And it will be interesting, nonetheless. But I have money to spare, so I'm also hoping that maybe this season FPL will allow us to be able to do transfers, across ourselves, which will be very interesting. So I'll be able to borrow some of you money to be able to buy the players you need, because I know Tunde is struggling so much. However, I will not be borrowing Tunde. I think I'll consider somebody else. But all the fun and games aside, I'm just going to be a bit more strategic this season than I was last season. How Babajide came and topped me, I still do not understand for the most part of last season. So, based on that, I just want to take it nice and smooth and see how many of the manager of the months I can bag. And, I will target to retain my head-to-head cup so that, you guys will know that bad as it bad, at least I sabi small.
Okay, nice strategy to this season. Slow and steady, they said it wins the race. So we'll only have to find out first, probably winter, then of course at the end of the season, 9 months time. Wow. So the team list are in. We have the one for Burnley, we have for Manchester City, of course. Pep released strikes again. Stones on the bench. I remember in the initial draft that Stones like into Akonji, eventually I have to remove Akonji altogether. And KDB starts. Beautiful. KDB starts with Haaland. Let me see if I can just share my screen so that we can see the lineup and analyze. I'm on Twitter now. The network is a bit poor.
You can just use from the FPL app.
Okay. Yes, that's the one. Better.
The Burnley goalkeeper is the one that City sold to them for like 25 million.
Yes, is the one.
Hopefully we'll test them today.
Make sure I don't forget Haaland in Paddy, so make it deliver. And deliver by conceding goals actually. Okay, so let me just quickly put that up. Sharing.
But one player I would really love to see in EPL though is Osimhen. I don't know
why. Okay, why would you want to see him in EPL?
So the way Haaland came into the league last season and dominated, and it's making it seem like we've never had a striker in EPL. I want to see somebody else that is equally as explosive in front of goal and see what happens.
Jackson now. Jackson is good. Jackson is very athletic as well.
Very.
So, and I think with Chelsea not having a lot of games, you would because they're only playing like Premier League and cups, local cups. So Jackson should have lots of. Just as well, it's also difficult because.
Did you just say Chelsea is not playing for trophies? They're playing for cups.
No, they're not playing lots of games. They're not playing in Europe.
I know, but I'm just saying that you're implying that they're only playing for cups and not for a trophy.
I mean, Arsenal have won their plates. The rest is for Man City. Anyone at Man City say we should win. They'll allow others win it. Man City they've not won this stuff in a while now, like 5 years now. They've not won Community Shield, and nobody's complaining because they are winning the league. So they're all doing well. I think Chelsea just need to get Jackson firing, and Nkunku would have been excellent for him because Nkunku is a phenomenal player, like minus bans or whatever, and that's why it's very sad because he's a footballer you would want to see at this kind of stage. He missed the World Cup, which I'm sure was devastating for him, and he would have probably been an X factor for them at the World Cup, and then he's missing like 4 months in Premier League as well. So I mean, I hope they don't regret buying someone that's will not come and be injury prone. Make you no go buy Marshall, all these French people.
Larry, I thought you were pulling up something to share with us.
Yeah.
Yes, in fact, I can't even load the FPL page. No.
Okay, let me try and present.
Okay, please go ahead.
Let me try.
My internet wasn't even poor.
My internet has not been working for a while too, so it makes all of us.
But it came up for FPL.
You don't see I'm finished now. So how do we check this thing now? Test. Can you see my screen? You can see my screen, yes.
Yes.
So for Burnley, you have James Trafford, English under 21 winner. O'Shea Beya is what everybody has on FPL because it's like a 4 billion defender. Connor Roberts, Aldaki, Sander Berge, Norwegian international. Vitinho, Josh Cullen, Cole Osho. This one be like Yoruba name. This Luca Bona, Italian boy. Lyle Foster and then Zeki. I know they had Burnley had what's this guy's name? Vegas. But Vegas has gone to Offenham 2 days ago. On the bench, whoever here is here. Okay, Josh Brown, he was from Burnley last time. Goodman Nathan Redmond from something like here. Then let's go to City. Ederson, Kyle Walker, Nathan Ake, Akonji, and Rico Lewis. Then you have Rodri, De Bruyne. So what I'm seeing from this lineup is that Rodri, De Bruyne are sitting. And then Alvarez, Bernardo, and Phil Foden. So Phil Foden on the left, Bernardo likely on the right, Alvarez just behind Haaland. If Pep continues like this, like a madman, it means that De Bruyne will not get as much points as we expect.
Yes.
So let's just be looking. On the bench, they have Calvin Phillips, Kovacic, Jack Grealish, Sergio Gomez, Cole Palmer, Ortega, Laporte, and Vardiol. Looking forward to seeing this guy this season, Sha. Yes, because I know that Pep would want to use a left-footed centre back. It's the same way he was using Laporte then. That's why I don't know why Laporte is still there because this guy has now gone ahead of Laporte now because they are buying him for 70+ million.
Laporte is injury prone. He has proven not to be very reliable season upon season. So it's fair for Pep to actually look out for someone that he can rely on. And if Ake didn't step up last season, imagine what would have happened to this title challenge. So
they are giving 5 debuts today. Now wow, that's Burnley. Man City are going to win these people like well.
The average age of their squad is like 25.
25?
No, 23.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. Okay, let me just read that out. Burnley starting 11 has an average age of just 23 years and 206 days. The youngest lineup they've ever named in Premier League, and the youngest a manager has ever named in his first game in the competition. So, youth versus experience. Who comes top?
Not youth versus experience, anything more. It's youth versus youth, but with winning mentality.
Well, that's another way to put it.
Champions of Championship versus champions of Premier League.
Of everything. Champions of everything. So score prediction. What do you want to go
for? 4-0 City.
Hat-trick Haaland.
Bro, hat-trick, quarter rig, all the rigs, bro.
Brace Haaland 4-1.
Brace Haaland 4-1.
Yeah.
Today.
Sorry guys, I have to drop off now, by the way.
Okay, that's fine.
It was really nice having you, Justin.
Actually, yeah. It's been a very eventful and interesting conversation. We hope we can get to do this every game week, every startup.
Yeah. So So hopefully,
Yeah, I hope so. But
so
the FPL app and the FPL webpage is still not loading yet,
and
and I
don't be
still don't
afraid.
understand how.
Nothing has happened to your team.
Yeah, your team is fine. Don't worry.
No. I wanted to share my listing.
Oh, okay.
My team setup. Yeah, that's why.
No, not to worry.
That's why.
So I would also be dropping off. So
Same here.
I've had the
Okay.
our conversation so far.
Okay.
For the last hour and 15 minutes, we've been
Okay.
recording.
That's fine.
So we would
Okay.
upload this, and I'll leave it unedited. Okay.
Okay.
And hopefully, our next call, we might just stream the conversations live. And hopefully, we'll structure a bit better. We'll get us to do team reveals after the deadline.
Yeah.
So, post deadline, we'll do
Okay.
team reveals and everybody can share their strategy. We can leverage each other's experiences and approach to improve our team for the subsequent game week. Thank you very much, everyone. This was very interesting. At least I learned a few things. I also got some insight, particularly from Shion. Shion was very fantastic. I want to appreciate Shion, but Justin as well. Larry, as usual, your impeccable way of breaking down your thoughts is always a joy to hear. Tunde, you're an awesome guy.
Yes, sir.
We hope to see
Thank
you
you.
perform wonders this season too.
But don't worry, that still won't stop me from winning your money this season. Don't worry.
Don't worry now. That's how you did last. That's how you did last season.
Abio.
Then Larry, please take note. This one I will be sharing tickets for events. Go and tell Mr. Shegun, I don't care because he's losing. Does not mean we not share ticket across board. The tickets should go around across board
Which
for
board?
events, please.
You climb the ladder first now. When you climb the ladder and win top 10, collect tickets.
I'm sorry,
See,
winners were celebrating.
Mr. Shegun wanted to give that ticket out completely, but because I manipulated and I frustrated his position on the table, he's angry. That was why. I'm just telling you. So tell him it should be across board. No, also jokes aside, allow it might actually help encourage bonding between the new team members also.
Okay. Let's see how that goes.
No, not to worry.
Okay.
Do not forget that
Allow you
everyone
are doing a wonderful job.
everyone that joined were invited by someone. So it is our collective responsibilities to help onboard the people we have invited.
Yes.
We're growing, we're getting bigger, and I will tell you for free, there are very interesting people that have joined this community, and it can only get better from here. It can only get better from here.
Look forward to that.
Thank you very much, Tunde. Thank you, Larry.
Thank
we'll
you.
catch up much later.
Of course.
And do not forget to see the game.
Yes, so of course. I'm going to prep up now to see the match.
Okay. Yeah. Fantastic.
I will try.
All right then.
All right. Cheers. Bye.
Bye.